Your doctor is sleeping better than you, and they're not taking melatonin. There's an entire category of sleep science that never makes it to mainstream wellness content. The compounds used by sleep medicine specialists, longevity doctors, and serious biohackers. You've never heard of most of them, and the one at the end of this video, you use it every day without knowing it's one of the most powerful sleep tools in existence. I've spent 10 years working with patients, and I can tell you with absolute confidence, sleep is the single most underestimated lever in human health. Not diet, not exercise, sleep. Your hormonal balance, your mood the next morning, your appetite, your libido, your cognitive performance, all of it is downstream of one thing: how well you slept last night. Before we get into the compounds, I need to say something that most supplement content skips. These are tools, not foundations. If your circadian rhythm is broken, no pill fixes that. Circadian rhythms are the biological clock that governs every hormone in your body. When cortisol peaks to wake you, when melatonin rises to pull you towards sleep. Mess with the clock and everything downstream breaks. I wear a smart ring that tracks my sleep architecture every night, and what it shows me, objectively, in data, is that specific compounds produce specific, measurable changes in my sleep phases. This isn't theory, I can see it. Here's the thing most people don't know. The average person with a busy, cognitively demanding life gets only 30 to 40 minutes of deep sleep per night. The target is 60 to 90 minutes. That gap is where chronic fatigue, hormonal dysfunction, and poor recovery live. So what actually moves the needle? Let's start with something almost nobody is talking about. Compound number 1 is called olamide. And what makes it fascinating is that your brain makes it naturally, right now, as you're watching this. Olamide levels in the brain rise the longer you stay awake. It's the brain building a biochemical argument for sleep. When levels get high enough, it activates CB1 receptors, the same endocannabinoid system you've heard about, and fires the sleep signal. The result? Sleep onset time drops sharply. That number, how many minutes it takes you to fall asleep, is one of the most telling indicators of sleep quality. Olamide directly targets it. Compound 2 is taurine, and this one has a twist that most people find genuinely surprising. Taurine is literally added to energy drinks. It's a stimulant molecule, right? Except it's not. The same compound, depending on when you take it, does completely opposite things. Taken in the evening, taurine suppresses neuronal excitation and deepens slow-wave sleep, the phase when your body does its most intensive physical repair. It inhibits overactive neurons the same way a circuit breaker stops an overloaded line. Compound 3 is uridine. This is a nucleoside involved in building neuron membranes, and it's basically unknown outside of neuroscience circles. Uridine improves sleep architecture by extending REM duration. REM is when your brain consolidates everything: memories, emotional processing, cognitive recovery. If your brain is chronically overloaded, this is the phase you're losing. Uridine is particularly relevant for anyone running on a depleted nervous system, heavy cognitive work, chronic stress, information overload. Typical dose is 50 to 150 milligrams taken in the evening. Compound 4 is phosphatidylserine, a phospholipid found in brain cell membranes. It has one specific superpower for sleep that makes it indispensable for a particular type of person. The enemy of good sleep for high-performing, high-stress individuals is evening cortisol. Cortisol is your wakefulness hormone. It's supposed to drop by night. But when you're stressed or mentally overloaded, it doesn't. Your brain stays in threat mode when it should be shutting down. Phosphatidylserine directly lowers evening cortisol. If you're someone who lies awake because your brain simply won't stop, this is for you. Standard dose 100 to 300 milligrams in the evening. Here's where it gets interesting. Phosphatidylserine combines remarkably well with 2 other compounds, and together they form what sleep researchers call a smart sleep stack. No grogginess, no dependency, just deeper, cleaner rest. The second component in this stack is apigenin, a flavonoid derived from chamomile but in concentrated form. Apigenin raises GABA activity, which reduces nighttime awakenings and makes your sleep more structurally stable. And the third piece is glycine, which I'm about to go deep on because it has one of the strangest and most elegant mechanisms on this entire list. Glycine is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, and its sleep mechanism works through temperature. Before natural sleep onset, your core body temperature drops. That drop is one of the primary biological triggers for sleep. Glycine accelerates that temperature decrease. The result is faster sleep onset and a direct increase in slow-wave sleep time. 3 grams taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's it. One of the most cost-effective sleep compounds that exists. Compound 6 is creatine. Yes, the muscle supplement. And I want to watch your face when I explain why it's on this list. Creatine doesn't just fuel muscles, it fuels brain energy metabolism. During sleep, the brain runs intensive repair and consolidation processes that require ATP. Creatine directly supports that energetic demand. For people with high cognitive loads, people who think for a living, creatine has been shown to increase deep sleep duration, improve overnight brain recovery, and reduce the functional impairment from sleep deprivation. The harder your brain works during the day, the more it benefits from creatine at night. Yes, I know, everyone already takes magnesium, but there's a version most people have never heard of, and it works through a completely different mechanism than standard magnesium supplements. Magnesium l-threonate is specifically engineered to cross the blood-brain barrier efficiently. Once inside, it enhances neuronal plasticity, reduces nighttime awakenings, and directly increases the quality of deep sleep. The most consistently reported combination for maximizing deep sleep quality, based on what researchers and practitioners are actually using, is this: glycine 3 grams, magnesium l-threonate, and apigenin. People often notice a measurable difference within a few nights. And now, the compound I promised at the beginning, the one you already know, the one you'd never guess is one of the most powerful sleep tools available. It's inositol, best known for reproductive health, skin, hormonal balance, but inositol is deeply embedded in serotonin signaling in the brain, and it has a very specific and underappreciated effect on nighttime anxiety and mental rumination. The 4 a.m. wake up where your brain immediately starts replaying everything? Inositol directly targets that pattern. It quiets the mental chatter, reduces anxiety-driven awakenings, deepens sleep, and it's frequently used clinically for panic disorder. 7 compounds, none of them are magic, none of them replace fixing your sleep fundamentals. But if your foundations are solid and your deep sleep is still shallow, this is the toolkit that sleep medicine is actually using. Not melatonin, not basic magnesium, this. Try one, track it, and if you want a breakdown of exactly which sleep phases each of these compounds targets and how to stack them intelligently, that video is coming. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching, and here's to your good health. Goodbye.